How should you respond in those difficult moments? You'll find out in this very video. Raising a child between the ages of 2 and 7 is no easy task. Little ones can be absolutely adorable, but also incredibly stubborn, loud, and emotional. So how do you handle tantrums, meltdowns at the store, or flat-out refusal to clean up their toys? How do you talk to your child so that they truly listen, without yelling, threats, or punishments? In this video, you'll discover practical, proven strategies from the best-selling guide, How to Talk So Little Kids Will Listen, by Joanna Faber and Julie King. It's a toolkit for parents who want to build a close, respectful relationship with their child, without losing their minds in the daily chaos. See how a small change in your words can make a big difference. A set of core communication principles. Accepting the child's emotions. Instead of denying your child's feelings, name them and show understanding. This helps the child feel heard and makes it easier to accept limits. Example:
I can see you're sad because it's time to stop playing. It's really hard to stop when you're having so much fun.
Such a message shows that their emotions matter and that you truly understand them. Creative expression of emotions. Rather than shutting down difficult feelings, help your child express them through play, drawing, or imagination. Example: when your child asks for a toy at the store that you're not going to buy, you could say,
I wish I had a magic wand to make it appear for you. Too bad that's not possible.
You can also invite your child to draw how they feel or add the toy to a shared wish list. This way, the child feels understood, even in the face of a no. Silent presence and attention. Sometimes all that's needed is to simply be there, without words or judgment. Example: if your child is upset because they've lost a toy, you can kneel beside them, offer a hug, or just stay quietly nearby, softly saying,
Oh no.
This calm presence gives the child space to cry and helps them calm down more quickly. One word or a simple gesture. Instead of long instructions, a calm, brief reminder is often enough. Example: instead of saying,
How many times do I have to tell you to clean up your blocks?
the parent simply says,
Blocks.
or points to them. This kind of clear signal is often more effective than a lecture. Humor and play, instead of nagging. Chores are easier when you turn them into a game. Example: instead of saying,
Hurry up and get dressed.
try,
Let's race. Can you get your coat and shoes on before I count to 10?
or make it silly.
Is your sock on my head?
Laughter helps the child cooperate without resistance. Offer choices, not commands. A simple choice gives the child a sense of control and reduces pushback. Example: instead of saying,
Clean your room.
ask,
Would you rather pick up the blocks or the stuffed animals first?
The child is more likely to follow through because they feel involved in the decision. Just make sure both options are acceptable and lead to the desired outcome. Give the child an important role. Children are more willing to cooperate when they feel needed and have a specific task to do. Example:
Would you like to be the cleanup chief and start the timer so we know how long we've been cleaning?
or
You're my chef. Can you stir the soup 3 times?
even a small responsibility can lead to big motivation. Talk about yourself, don't criticize. Instead of blaming, describe the situation and share your own feelings. Example: instead of saying,
You spilled the juice again.
try.
I'm worried the juice might leave a stain on the carpet.
This kind of response focuses on the situation and the parent's emotions, rather than accusing the child. When they don't feel ashamed, children are more likely to help clean up the mess. Acknowledge effort, not just the child. instead of general praise like,
Good job. You're so smart.
it's more powerful to describe what the child did and how much effort they put in. Example. Rather than saying,
What a beautiful drawing.
try,
I can see you spent a lot of time on this picture and didn't give up. It was hard, but you finished it.
this helps children learn to value their own effort, not just seek praise. A special approach for highly sensitive children. Every child is different. If your little one has sensory sensitivities or is on the autism spectrum, it's important to adapt your communication to meet their unique needs. Example. If a child refuses to wear socks because the seams itch, instead of forcing them, you might say,
Those seams are really bothering you, huh?
then work together to find a solution, like wearing the socks inside out or choosing seamless ones. This kind of response shows you take their feelings seriously, which builds trust and makes cooperation easier. Say what they can do instead of just saying no. Instead of constant don'ts, guide your child by showing them what is allowed. Example. Instead of saying,
Don't throw the ball at the lamp.
say,
We only throw soft toys inside. Balls are for playing outside.
this type of message is calmer and helps the child better understand boundaries and expectations. Using these tools in everyday situations. No more mealtime battles. Don't force your child to eat or bribe them with dessert. Instead, offer choices and give them a bit of control. Example. Serve the food separately and let your child choose what they'd like to put on their plate. If they refuse something, respond calmly.
You don't want the carrots? Maybe today you'll eat more potatoes.
This calm approach reduces tension and encourages openness to trying new foods. Stress-free mornings. Instead of rushing and nagging, create a routine and add a touch of fun. Example. In the evening, pick out clothes together for the next day. Let your child choose between 2 outfits. In the morning, turn tricky moments into a game.
Let's get our socks on before the sand runs out in the timer.
This way, morning tasks become lighter and your child is more likely to cooperate. Sibling rivalry. Conflicts and jealousy between siblings are completely normal. Don't compare your children. Acknowledge each child's emotions and teach them how to find solutions. Example. The older child shouts about their baby sister.
Take this baby away. I don't want her.
Instead of scolding,
Don't say that.
the parent safely validates the feeling.
Sometimes you've had enough of your little sister and wish she'd go away, huh? I can see you're really upset with her.
It also helps to offer special one-on-one time.
When the baby falls asleep, we'll bake your favorite cupcakes together or read just the 2 of us.
Meeting the child's need for attention helps reduce sibling hostility. Peaceful shopping trips. Little kids often get bored in stores and start demanding new things. A clear plan and active involvement help. Example. Before entering the store, say,
We're only buying what's on our list. You'll be my helper and put the items in the cart.
offer choices.
Do you want shell pasta or penne?
If the child reaches for a sweet, respond calmly.
We'll add that candy bar to your wish list and get it next time.
If they start running off, give options.
Would you like to push the cart or ride inside?
And if things get too difficult, pause the shopping trip and step outside. Staying calm works better than yelling. When a child doesn't tell the truth, young children often lie out of fear or because of their vivid imagination. Instead of saying,
You're lying.
it's better to calmly describe the situation, express your feelings, and guide the child in fixing the mistake. Example. A mother notices a missing piece of cake and chocolate on her child's face. Instead of getting angry, she says,
I see chocolate on your face. I'm really sad that cake was meant for Grandma's birthday.
then she adds,
I guess it was hard to resist. What can we offer our guests instead? Maybe you could help arrange some cookies.
This kind of response teaches honesty and responsibility without shaming the child. Parents have feelings too, an important lesson in emotions. Children should know that moms and dads also feel anger, sadness, or disappointment, and that it's completely normal. What matters is how we express those emotions. Example: when a child yells,
"You're stupid!"
instead of exploding, the parent says calmly,
It really hurts me when you talk to me like that. I feel sad.
then adds,
If you're upset, you can say, Mom, I'm angry and disappointed. You're allowed to feel that, but don't insult me.
This teaches respect, empathy, and healthier ways to deal with emotions, without yelling or shame. Tattling is a signal, not a problem. When a child runs to you with a complaint, don't rush to judge or punish. Instead, acknowledge the emotions and help the children find a solution. Example: Johnny yells,
Sophie's pushing me.
and Sophie is crying. The parent says,
Sophie, I can see that hurt. Johnny, I understand you want things to be fair and you're worried about your sister.
then asks,
What could you both do so there's no more pushing and you can play happily together?
Rather than assigning blame, this approach teaches empathy, cooperation, and conflict resolution. Fear of doctors and medicine. Young children are often scared of shots or taking medicine. What helps is preparation, calmness, and a sense of control. Example: before a vaccination, the parent says,
It will feel like a mosquito bite. It's okay to feel scared, that's normal.
the child brings a favorite stuffed animal and chooses how they'd like to sit. Afterwards, the parent says,
You were so brave.
at home, you can play doctor, and when giving medicine, offer a choice.
Would you like to drink it with water or juice?
This kind of approach eases fear and builds courage. A shy child needs time, not pressure. When a little one hides behind a parent, don't force them to be polite. Instead, offer support and give them space. Example: instead of insisting,
Say hello.
the father tells the guests,
She'll say hi when she's ready.
then he whispers to his daughter.
Quite a few people, huh? It's okay to feel a little shy.
He also gives her a choice.
Do you want to stay with me or go play?
This kind of approach builds trust and a sense of safety. Sleep, the holy grail for parents. Children often resist bedtime because it's hard to end the day and separate from a parent. Consistent routines and a little imagination can really help. Example: each evening, the family follows the same rhythm. Bath, book, lullaby. Dad turns the walk to bed into an adventure.
Let's go through the enchanted forest to our cozy meadow.
When the child says,
"I don't want to sleep."
the parent responds,
I wish we could play all night too, but our bodies need rest.
gentle consistency and a warm bedtime routine teach that sleep is something good, not the end of fun. When a parent loses patience, even the best parents sometimes raise their voices. What matters more than the outburst itself is how you respond afterward. Example: a mom, exhausted after a long day, snaps.
That's enough.
Once the emotions settle, she says,
I'm sorry I yelled. I was upset, but it wasn't your fault.
then she hugs her child and calmly continues the conversation. This kind of response shows that everyone makes mistakes, but they can be repaired with kindness and respect. Quick review: what to do when the tools don't work. Sometimes, even when you've tried all the right strategies, your child still doesn't listen, or the situation gets out of control. The book reassures that's completely normal. In those moments, it helps to go back to the basics, take a break, and revisit the issue later. Example: a preschooler throws a tantrum about putting on a jacket. The parent has tried everything: playfulness, offering choices, explanations, but nothing works. So the mom takes a step back and wonders, could he be hungry or overtired? That's often the root of the problem. She decides to pause. She gently hugs him and says calmly,
I see you're really upset. Let's sit for a bit, rest, and try putting on your jacket again in 5 minutes.
After the break, the emotions have settled and the child allows her to dress him. The takeaway: when nothing seems to work, don't panic or feel like a failure. Stay calm and try again later, or consider adjusting routines, like shorter shopping trips or earlier bedtimes. The authors emphasize that no tool is magical or works 100% of the time. A lot depends on the day, the child's mood, and their temperament. The key is not to give up. Celebrate even the small victories, because parenting is a process. And when things get tough, always return to the foundation: connection, respect, and the effort to truly understand your child. This is the base for all the strategies described. The Faber and King Guide is a warm, practical resource for parents of children aged 2 to 7. It offers helpful advice on how to handle everyday parenting challenges without losing respect for your child or for yourself. The core message is simple, yet deeply powerful. Listen with empathy, speak with respect, and your child will truly start to listen. Instead of using punishments or force, the authors encourage building a relationship based on understanding and connection. No one is perfect, and things won't always go as planned, but every attempt made with kindness and mindfulness truly matters. When a child feels loved and seen, they are much more likely to cooperate. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the latest videos.